Hi everybody, welcome back. This is going to be another, I don't know what to call this other than this is some bullshit. You all know my last video. It was quite a well, not personal, but something that really, I'm passionate about and whatnot. And I've appreciated, by the way, how many views it's already gotten in only a couple days. It's really awesome. I really appreciate it. But last night, I got a random text message. Now, mind you, I don't give out my cell phone number just like that. But I get a random text message at like 8 o'clock at night. And this was it. I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, it's just this random number I don't even know. Hey Oscar, it's Aubrey. I still live in downtown York. If you want to come over, my roommates all moved out because of this COVID nonsense. And it's an Instagram thing. But then there's a price list. Do you see this? 1 hour, $500. 2 hours, $800. And it just goes up to a full 24-hour day. Sickening. Then the next one I get from the same number is this. And it's, it's part of me doesn't know what to think. I don't know if someone saw what I'd said on my last video and the wrong person's pissy about it because you in fact are a piece of shit, like the person I was talking about that hurt this other little girl, or it's a sign from God. I'm not sure, but all I know is it's some bullshit. If it is someone flaunting this shit in my face because, I said things like, I have a soft spot for little girls getting hurt, shit like, feeling like I'm ready to be a fucking Batman vigilante pedo destroyer, because I am. I don't know, or if it's, God himself trying to just show me, like, not to necessarily go out and destroy people because I know that's not what he would want of me, but some kind of getting some way to help, you know what I mean? Being on the front lines of this and having to deal with things like that, but because, I asked people that, are kind of on the front lines with this shit. I mean, I texted right to somebody and I said, well, what do you think about this? I have never fucking seen that in my life, they said. Never. And, it's just so sad because, as you can see, this girl, she doesn't look that old. And I followed this Instagram link and I'll from the text, and I'll show you right here now. I don't know how old this girl is. It doesn't matter. But, these pictures do look pretty provocative for a teenage girl, but, teenage girls do that all the fucking time. But, it just had me wondering, like, did somebody else set this up? Is this little girl fucking, and yes, you are a little fucking girl to me because I'm probably old enough to be your father, but are you fucking soliciting yourself, or are you being, like, it was just so, I don't know. I've never seen nothing like that in my life either. I don't, just the knowledge of those kinds of things being out there, but actually seeing them is another thing, and somebody I know today I was talking to about it, they're like, dude, fucking hookers aren't even that much. Like, I was like, well, how the fuck would you know? And, it was a whole story of somebody I know kind of thing. It was like, okay, whatever. But, but sadly, I mean, all jokes aside, sadly, it's because children are more of a commodity. I can understand that to these sick fucks, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something I agree with, obviously, but I can understand where the fucked up mentality is. Not that it makes sense or is even right at all, but it's just a fucking mess, dude. Such a mess. I don't know if somebody just thinks they're gonna fucking scare me or something, or what, I don't know what. I find it really interesting that I would have gotten that text, something I've never gotten in my life, a day after I made that video and said things I did and was trying to put this out here for that little girl, Sophie, which, by the way, as far as I've heard, she's been removed from her mother, which is nice, but I don't know if she's gotten back to her father. That's what I would really like to see. As I said, I'm sure he's going through fucking hell, and I can't blame him. But yeah, this shit's kind of not cool. If you ever see anything like this, fucking report it. It's just so sad. It's a fucking terrible world we live in, that people think that twisting these children's mind and or hurting them and both, it's just okay. It's not. That's why when these fucking pedos get caught, they're all kinds of, you know what I mean? They're just little fucking bitches, basically. That's all they really are. You have to be to want to derive pleasure and or harm to a child. I mean, children and animals, man, like, you don't fucking do that shit. You just don't. It's just so sad, because as I said, I mean, you can see from these pictures, I'll put them up again. I mean, does that girl look much more than 16? Maybe she is, but it's not the fucking point. You're obviously selling yourself, or somebody's fucking selling you. Like, oh, God. I do have a soft spot for this kind of shit, but you know what? I'm quite hardened too. And while it has bothered me, it's not totally fucked me all up in the head. I mean, so if that's what somebody was going for, you failed. And you always fail, because I have good on my side. I don't take advantage of that. I don't use it in any unfair manner or do anything that I feel is not of a good-hearted nature. But I know that I'm protected. I know I have a lot of people that love and care about me. I know I have spirit guides that love and protect me and watch me, and my God himself. I don't worry about that shit, because when I had nothing, I had that and him and them. And, I won't ever forget that. You're not going to destroy people like myself. As I said, I don't take it for granted, and I don't take advantage of it. I'm thankful for it all the time. And I wish other people could see how blessed they could be too. And that's whatever. I get up here and cuss too. I'm not trying to thump a Bible at you or whatever you want to call it. Like, I know what I feel, and that's what, that feeling is what is really important to me. And then just that knowing. I don't need, call it faith or whatever. I don't need to have people fully understand it, that you understand it on a personal level almost, but as a collective too, and the collective is getting tired of this fucking horse shit, and the collective is waking up to a lot of this bullshit, and myself and many other people are facilitating that, and I'm honored to do it. I don't hold any higher than thou attitude or nothing, and if I ever come across that way, hopefully people understand that's not what I'm intending. I just feel I have a duty to do this. It is what it is. Not that I'm anybody or whatever. This channel's small as shit. All I know is I don't quite believe in coincidences. In certain circumstances like this, I don't believe in just coincidences. Time will tell. You live anywhere near this, keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully we can save another child. If she needs it, who knows? She might be so used to it, like some are, that they don't know anything else, and that's when it gets real fucking dangerous, man. Really sad, really dangerous, really upsetting. I guess I'm making a shorter video today. I wanted to get this out. I've already posted it, my social media and everything, kind of gotten out of there, handled it in some other ways as well I won't discuss. Love yourselves, love one another as always. Protect these children. Help some child like this if you happen to ever see anything like this. I hope none of you do, because it's so fucked up. But all the same, I love you all for the support, for being in this fight as well, and everything. So Thank you all. Bye.